Huohuo will change how you build your teams in Honkai Star Rail because she functions as the first true hybrid character between two paths. We've seen different characters have different elements of certain paths, like Fu Xuan giving a crit buff, or Luocha giving a buff dispel to the entire team, or Topaz and Numby's like entire proof of debt debuff being just being straight from nihility. But Huohuo is the first actual character that has elements of both abundance and harmony in their kit and contributing to her overall value into a team comp. So firstly, I want to go over how she provides that value being a hybrid character. Then after that, I'll go into exactly what teams she affects and what other teams she enhances. Starting out with the abundance part of her kit, that comes in the form of her skill and her talent. So her skill is basically a blast heal where you have a big main heal with a cleanse, by the way, so there's no trace that gives the skill a cleanse. It automatically cleanses the main target ally, and then it gives adjacent healing to the other allies next to it. And the cool thing about this when building a team comp is you can put Huohuo all the way to one of the sides, and then put the rest of the party members together. That way you can heal all of them at once. And then her talent is whenever she uses a skill, the entire team gets ticks of a small heal that heals in 3 conditions: when the allies below 50%, when their new turn starts, or when they use an ultimate. And keep in mind, this also has a cleanse too. I think they show it in the live stream where Danheng had his dot applied to him cleanse because of that passive healing. And then this ticks a specific amount of times and looks like it has 2 amount of turns based on the circles below on her sprite. So with the abundance part of her kit, I kind of see her like a fire MC, where in order to keep those ticks up all the time, you have to use your skill periodically so they can preserve the team. Like fire MC, they always want to use their skill so they can draw the aggro towards themselves and take the damage for themselves and keep the other teammates alive. So I kind of see it like that. She may be a little bit skill point negative, but if you're smart about it, and it lasts a certain amount of turns too, if you're smart about it, you can work her just fine as a skill point neutral type. Finally, with her ultimate, this might be the craziest thing I've ever seen on an abundance character in this game, because she gives a team-wide energy and attack percent boost. So she literally takes Ting Yun's ultimate and gives it to the entire team. This is what I mean when I say that Huohuo will absolutely change how you build your team comps in Honkai Star Rail, because now you have a character that can provide enough healing but also provide adequate attack boosts and offensive capabilities to the point where you can run your teams a lot more aggressively and be more flexible with how you build your team comps. So to give a quick example, I have just the typical hyper carry team comp with Seela. You to always run 2 harmony characters and then preferably Fu Xuan for the extra crit rate. Ideally, if you run Huohuo instead of Fu Xuan, you're gonna have triple harmony supports basically buffing your Seela. And in terms of energy or giving energy to Seela for her ultimate, you can switch off with Ting Yun and Huohuo's ultimates so she can consistently get her ultimate up. And this is huge because it provides a hyper aggressive playstyle. And for hyper aggressive characters that do want to use their ultimate as much as possible, Huohuo will enable that so much more because she gives extra energy to your main DPS. And if you want to be more diverse with like having a debuffer like Pele or Silverwolf, you can run this alongside a Huohuo. That way you're not overloading on attack percent boost, and then you can give more defense shred. You can also improve the skill point economy in this entire team. However, I personally believe that she will absolutely benefit dual carry DPS comps because of the fact that you're getting more energy and attack from an abundance character. So, for example, in this Jing Blade team comp, I usually run Lynx because she buffs Blade to get his follow-up attacks more. but you can get a lot more universal synergy running Huohuo because you can give energy and attack percent to both damage dealers in a team comp. And this goes for any type of dual DPS they're going for. So like Himiko, Topaz, you can run Huohuo to give both of them more attack percent. We're going towards this phase where dual DPS is getting much more viable. And Huohuo is just only going to add to that because you can run these comps a lot more comfortably because you're getting more attack gains from an abundance character. Now for Tingyun and Huohuo supporting synergies, they're going to enable what I'm going to call hyper energy supporting compositions that give so much energy for damage dealers that want to use ultimates as much as possible. So for example, Kafka, she wants to use her ultimate as much as possible. That way she can get her own dots up and proc everyone else's dots up consistently. Having Huohuo and Tingyun basically swap off giving energy to Kafka consistently will really help her speed up getting that ultimate. Sela will really benefit from getting her ultimate as much as possible from Tingyun and Huohuo. And Argenti coming out too, his entire thing is getting a tier 2 more expensive ult so he can deal big amounts of AoE physical damage. So running Tingyun and Huohuo alongside Argenti will be crucial to getting his maximum damage. Finally, judging Huohuo's overall value for an account, if you already have two high quality and well built sustainers like you have Luocha and Fuxuan, I would say around like a 6 out of 10 because you don't necessarily need those harmony type buffs from her ultimate because you already have many other many other harmony characters that can provide that. But if you are a new player like on PlayStation or something, she is a must pull, like 10 out of 10 value for your account, because having a high quality sustainer on your account will help you so much in clearing the hardest content in the game. Like, I remember when I got Bailu out of Standard Banner, she was very good for early game, but when I got to harder content that dealt with crowd control and damage over time, I struggled really hard, and especially in MOC, where those pop up everywhere. Getting Fuxuan and basically graduating from using Bailu helped out so much for me. And not only does Huohuo provide cleansing for the entire team with her skill and her talent, that additional harmony element with her ultimate is super huge. And keep in mind, the energy gains from her ultimate are the first of its kind because it gives it to the entire team. Her value is also really universal because of the fact that she's the only character in the game that gives a team-wide energy buff. But if you're a new player on this game, she is a must pull for boosting your account. So that just about wraps up this video for Huohuo. Let me know how you guys are feeling about her for 1.5 and how excited you are for more aggressive play styles in your team comps. And that's about it for today's video, guys. I'll see you later.